If you want to drastically improve your tattooing, one of the skills that you need to master is whip shading. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. So whip shading is perfect for when you're wanting to go dark to light and get a really nice gradual blend. We see it in almost every black and grey tattoo, but when it's done wrong, it can ruin the tattoo. And it's something that we need to learn right at the beginning of our careers to make everything else easier later on. So if you master this skill, your tattoo ability and level is going to skyrocket almost instantly. And it's going to make you look like you've been in game for years, when in reality you've been doing it a few months. And this is proved time and time again from people on my course that have been tattooing for literally a few months, but the work looks like they've been doing it for years. A lot of that comes down to mastering whip shading. I know this because I've been a tattooist for 10 plus years. I've had customers from worldwide come for my work, and I've taught hundreds of thousands of people this exact technique. So if you're serious about being a tattoo artist, this is one lesson, this is one method, one technique that you just simply cannot afford to miss. We don't need anything fancy to follow along with this lesson. We just need his machine and his power pack. We need some practice mats, needles. I'd use different sizes so you get practice with them all. Some inks, some ink cups, some ointment, and then make sure everything's neat and tidy where you're tattooing and everything's wrapped, your machine, your table, and that is it. We don't need anything more. It might sound like a lot, but there's a card up there. I've got a video explaining everything that you need to get your workstation set up at home so you can follow along. So whip shading, I just want to quickly explain it on board with a diagram. Everybody learns in different ways, some doing, some reading, some visually learning, some diagrams. So I want to try and target everybody just so you fully understand, and it'll help just make it sink in. So that's the surface of the skin. We're wanting to deposit ink round here into the second layer. So what do I mean by whip shading? Well, the needle is going to enter the skin to the correct depth, and then instead of just coming across like we would for doing a line, we're going to get into the skin and then taper out. All right, so in the skin and then whipping out. So as we're coming across, one, it's coming out of the skin. The distance in the skin, look, is getting less and less and less and less. But also, as we're coming across here, the speed increases. So not only is it leaving the skin, but it's also getting faster. So in the skin, as we're coming across, it gets faster. Whipping out of the skin. So hopefully that makes sense. Don't worry. You might think, well, how fast are we going on? Am I in? It'll all make sense once we're on mats. So let's have a look at that now. So like I say, it's ideal for going from dark to light. So let's just use this as an example. I want it to be dark here and then getting lighter as I go away. So I'm going to go into the skin and then whip away. And naturally, as the fingers are extending, it comes up and out of the skin. So we're going into the correct depth, and then as we're going out, it's coming out. And bear in mind, we've got to increase speed. So we start slow and then get faster. The combination of speeding up and coming out of the skin makes it lighter. So all we're using is solid black. So I'll just give you a few demonstrations. We're just using black ink, no grey wash. So we can see it's light and then darker at this bottom bit, and then we can see it's getting out. The faster you do it, the longer that blend's going to be. Also, the speed of your machine. So if we turn the machine down, the speed of the machine affects it as well. So you can see now it's creating a different effect just because the speed of the machine has been slowed down. A quick message to everybody that signed up to the membership program. Without all of you guys, this channel just would not be possible at all. So thank you. And we've got so many big plans for the future. So if you want to become a part of it and help the channel grow, and also get 2 exclusive follow along tattoo lessons every single week, plus a load more cool free stuff just chucked in there willy-nilly. It's just $14.99 a month, thereabouts, for literally as long or as little as you want. But I'll be honest with you, it's the thing that really helps us keep making these videos for you. So if you do want to be a part of it and help, check the link in the description. Thank you. So next up, we're going to practice. So we're not always going to be brushing away from us. Sometimes we're going to want to go darker there and get lighter coming this way. If I was to pull, the natural movement of your hand, it becomes uncomfortable doing it like that. So what I always say is, when you're wanting to pull towards you, rotate the hand, and then it's still naturally coming out of the skin. And then what we'll do is we'll experiment again. So I've done it a bit slower. Now I'm going to turn it up a little bit and see what effect that does. Again, all we're using for this technique is just solid black. We'll do one more. So in the skin and then whipping out and speeding up as it's traveling. So we'll fill this area in and this and match it up with what we've done in the middle. So I'll just talk you through it again. So we're going to go in and then whipping out. And you almost use the base of the hand almost like a pivot point. So the base just stays where it is and you're just like flicking and lifting out with the fingers almost. So hopefully now your whip shading is 100 times better. It feels more natural. You know the drills in which to improve everything. Spend time, don't rush this process. We've just done it once together now, but you could do this 15-20 minutes of it before you practice doing any designs is going to really skyrocket and increase your learning curve. You're going to get to where you want to be a lot quicker by hammering drills like we've done today. I teach this technique in my 30-day course and also in my full course that you can get access to. If you just check out the website, there's all the information on there. But rather than just doing the drills, we learn this technique and then we implement it on literally hundreds of designs. So you don't just learn it, you fully understand it. That being said, go check out the website anyway, have a little nosy. If anything, listen, it's free to have a browse, isn't it? But I hope that you found this video useful. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure you check the rest of the videos out. It's full of just free information on this channel that is aimed at making learning how to tattoo accessible to anybody wanting to learn. So if that sounds like you, then go watch a few more videos.